Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cover the Spread here for Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. Hey, if you're new to Cover the Spread, hey, welcome aboard. Glad you joined us here on this Thursday's action. Hey, we'll get you covered on three MLB games we're going to look at here on the slate. And then, hey, as always, just before we get to those three MLB games, we'll get the cappers, see how they're doing. But also, as I said, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Hey, give us a thumbs up as well. Greatly appreciated. And hey, if you want to get notified so you get the best of the number with us as well, turn on that notification bell. That way you'll get notified when this video drops. As always, let's get to the capper, see how they're doing here today, and then we'll get right to those plays we got for you. I don't know where to Al to get us started. How you doing here, Al?
Yeah, I was looking forward to my bounce back on Tuesday. Unfortunately, that one got rained out, and looks like they would have been off to a good start because that's what they're doing here early on Wednesday. But anyways, hey, we move on and keep trying and do better.
Hey, yeah, right. That Shane Bass's streak came to an end. I was trying to. I wish it would have rained out. It would have been a better result for us there in that one. But hey, the Blue Jays made up for it. All right, threw the Blue Jays in there on Canada Day, and they got the job done for us there. My official play was on Shane Bass and the Rays, and they dropped it. So looking for a bounce back for me. Wednesday pending, heading into Thursday. So looking for a nice little bounce back. I don't know where to Ramon. How you doing here, Ramon?
Yeah, watching. I thought Shane Bass looked pretty good on the mound there, going pretty deep into the game. I came up somehow with a winner on an under. It was 1-0. So I feel pretty good about that. But got some games to look at here. We're heading into the holiday break here this weekend. Not break, but more baseball action. It's a big weekend of baseball here in summer. So let's start it off here with some winners on a Thursday.
On July 3rd Eve, I guess you would say, July 4th Eve type of thing before the big. I guess everybody gets the big long weekend, so I guess you would look at it that the Thursday would be like a Friday here today for a lot of people.
Great point.
Having July 4th off, running into the weekend. So, hey, and where we are, it's looking like a big long weekend. So let's get to today's slate.
We'll be here bringing you winners.
We won't still be here giving you winners. We come here daily, 365 days a year. That's we don't take a day off here. Come to spread. We find winners. Hopefully, we don't have to look at marble races, but we'll try to find you some winners for sure. So, speaking of finding winners, let's get to it. We got the first game we're looking at. We got the New York Yankees taking on those Blue Jays. This is a game that Ramon loves, so he's going to get it started here in this one. Yankees or Blue Jays here on Thursday.
Well, technically, as we record, I don't know who's in first place because we don't know what happened on Wednesday, but it could be a tie with the Blue Jays and the A's. It's close. We know heading in after Canada Day win, the Blue Jays just a game back. What excitement in the American League East right now. We're breathing down the Yankees' neck. Are the Blue Jays? Not just a Blue Jays, but other team, the Rays as well, but I'm going to look to the Blue Jays at home. Man, come on. They're so hot right now going up against this Yankees team, and this offense still trying to find out what's going on with this team. Why can't we heat back up? Ever since Stanton came in, the lineup felt clunky. Jays exploded for those big runs on Canada Day, and they remain hot. They won 14 of their last 18 heading into Wednesday's game, and 5 of their last 6 as well, taking care of the Yankees, who had lost 7 of 8 on the road going into Wednesday's game, and 12 of their last 18 overall because of that offense that can't seem to put things together. Now, Clark Schmidt goes for the Yankees. Slightly better numbers, I would think, here than Chris Bassett, but Bassett feeling comfortable at home. He's 7-4 this season. He didn't quite have a good start last time, let's face it. So I'm looking for the bounce back here with Bassett against this Yankees squad. And Schmidt, he lost to the A's last time out. So I'm going to end up with the Blue Jays here. I think they're just playing too well right now. I know this turned out to be a huge series there, not just the Canada Day game, but the Blue Jays certainly were looking forward to getting the Yankees on their turf with their hot streak going, and I think they continue it here on Thursday. I'm going to go ahead and take the Blue Jays here over the Yankees to stay hot. Who knows, at the end of this game, could be the Blue Jays in first place. We'll see.
We will see. Definitely possibility, right? Definitely a possibility. Kicking on over to Al. What do you like hearing this one? Yankees or Blue Jays here on Thursday?
I like some runs being scored here. I think, both these starters, I mean, Schmidt, as you said, was rolling along. Fortunately gave up a few runs in his last start. Bassett also gave up 8 in his last start. And I'm not saying he's going to give up 8 again here. But again, some of these, both these lineups actually got some good hitters in them. And they've seen these starters well. So I'm expecting a lot of runs from both sides here. I'll take this game to go over the total.
And for me here in this one, I'm going to say yes runs. First inning. We've seen it a couple times, including this matchup when it was Schmidt versus Bassett. I believe it was Grisham who hit the leadoff home run for the Yankees to go up 1-0 in that matchup. It was a 5-1 final in that matchup, but I think we can do the same. We've seen a couple games in this series already that have seen a run in that first inning, so I think we see some offense to kick it off. Fireworks right out of the gate. Give me yes run first inning there. All right, let's head on over to game number 2 we're looking at. And, hey, it's a game that I like, so I'll get us started here in this one, which is the Giants taking on Arizona. And, hey, look, it's my favorite guy to fade. Why? Because his just last name says to. So I'll just follow what it says. His last name says to fade that, so I will fade that. Well, also because he has been awful. He's been fade worthy because we've seen some huge regressions for Brandon at times where he's given up plenty of hits. If you look over his last, 4 starts, he's given up 24 hits in his last 4 starts. And that's in 20 innings of work. So that's over a hit an inning is what he's been giving up. So when you're giving up well over a hit an inning, you know what that equals to, a whole lot of runs being scored against you. And that's what we've seen in the spot. So you look what Ryan's been doing, and he's we've seen a little regression from Robbie Ray here in the spot for the Giants. But he doesn't give up more than 3 runs usually here in the spot. And I think he's going to get himself plenty of run support. I know the Giants' bats have been cold over their last few, and we've seen sometimes on the road they've struggled at times, but nothing says smacking the ball around like seeing Brandon Fat on the mound serving you some big old juicy meatballs here on Thursday. So I'm going to take a shot here with the Giants to get the job done here in this one. Give me San Fran here on the money line over Arizona. Head on over to Al to get us started here in this one. What do you like, Giants or Arizona here on Thursday?
Yeah, I can definitely not going to disagree with you there. I mean, as you said, they've been really, really bad lately. But if there's ever been a matchup to get right, and it's definitely this pitching matchup. And I may just stick to the Giants' first 5 here. Another way to look at it here, if you want to look at a prop, Willie Adames is at 5 pretty well. So maybe take him to get us an RBI here. But yeah, I like the Giants as well.
Nice. Head on over to Ramon. What do you like hearing this one? Giants or Arizona here on Thursday?
Yeah, a little bit tough to predict maybe some runs for Arizona with Ray, but you hinted, Rod, at a little bit of regression. It's hard because Ray's been so solid, that 2.75 ERA. But he gets run support. I mean, that's a fact, right? He's got that ERA of 5.38, but they're 8-5 with him pitching. So maybe a little bit tough against Robbie Ray, but look at who does do the damage against Ray in the Arizona lineup, right in the middle of the lineup. Suarez and Gurriel, really the guys that have some history against Ray. They've actually knocked him around pretty well in those at-bats. So I'm going to look to go over here. There will be a reasonable number here on the total, and Arizona had gone over in 5 of their last 6 heading into Wednesday's action. And Arizona had gone over in 6 of their last 7 at home heading into that game, and 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two had gone over. So I am going to try the over even with Ray on the mound. And yeah, our buddy Brandon Fott there. Give me the over with the Giants and the Diamondbacks on Thursday.
Got 3-2 in the series to the over as well in the 5 games heading into with Wednesday's pending in that matchup as well there, Ramon. So I kind of leave with you. I think we see some offense in that one. Hopefully the Giants do the bulk of the heavy lifting though for us on that total. All right, let's head on over to game. right? Need one of those big giants outpouring of offense. They're due for one, as they say, but you don't go in the do method. I think Ray has a good start. I think he outduels Fad here in this one. Speaking of dueling, let's head on over to Seattle and see how Woo does here in this one, taking on the Royals. This is Al's game. He's going to get us started here on Thursday. Who do you like, Seattle or Kansas City in this matchup?
Yeah, well, since you asked, I guess I'm kind of leaning towards the Mariners, but we won't be looking at that. We'll be looking at the total in this one. We said we were looking at expecting a lot of offense in the first couple of games, but I'm hoping for a little less offense in this one. A bit of a pitcher's duel here. I'm expecting between Brian Wu getting the start here for the Mariners against Seth Lugo for the Royals. Both guys having very solid seasons, great months, even better last couple outings. They've just been on fire coming into this matchup. And, well, we've seen the Royals wake up maybe a little bit lately, but, again, their offense hasn't always been there if you go back a little bit further than that. And I think Lugo can do enough damage control here to keep this one lower scoring. So I'll take this game to stay under the total here in what should be a nice little pitcher's duel. And, again, slightly into the Mariners, but I like the total to stay under.
Head it on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Kansas City or Seattle here on Thursday?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Mariners here. Royals won the first game of the series there on Tuesday night and really kind of held down the Mariners, so it felt kind of weird. But you got Wu here. He's 7-4 overall. Al said, talking about how good these pitchers have looked, and Wu's got a sub-3 ERA, and Lugo a 2.74. So both starters have looked pretty good here for sure. I was really surprised that Seattle couldn't get things going in that Tuesday game. Now it's going to be a little bit tougher, but still Seattle's went 10-2 against the Royals at home heading into Wednesday's action, and the Royals still lost 8 of their last 10 heading into Wednesday's game. We had been talking about it plenty on this show about some of the struggles that the Royals have had on the road. So I think this is an okay spot with an okay price for me, and I'm going to take the Mariners here to win this one against the Royals. Might be a little bit of a favorite for sure, but I like the M's to take this one. Just despite that loss, they had come into the series having won 3 of 4. So give me the M's on Thursday over the Royals.
And for me, looking at a different way, I'm going to look at this one here. I'm going to take the Royals team total under in this matchup. I think Wu deals well enough that he can hold down this Royals squad that we know struggles at times. In night games, you know why? Because in night games so far this year, 40-10 are these Kansas City Royals to the under their team total. So give me the team total under for the Kansas City Royals here in this one. I think Wu deals and has a solid start in this one for the M's.
Also, I believe I forgot to mention 2 solid bullpens backing them up as well. So,
yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I like that.
I was gonna joke that in breaking news, the Royals have removed their lights for next season, and they'll play all day.
Exactly right. The night games have not treated them well. Under the bright shining lights, they have not been shining. Hey, that wraps it up for Thursday's action here on Cover the Spread. As always, let us know what you think in the comments section below about the 3 games we covered here today as we head into the big long weekend, as they say. So let's do a quick little recap of the games that we covered for you here. First game we looked at, we got Ramon's game, and he says take the Blue Jays here in this one over the big bad Yankees. And then the game I'm looking at, take the Giants over Arizona. Continue to fade that. And then Al's game, we got the Kansas City Royals taking on Seattle. Take the under here in this one. This little pitcher's duel going here in this one on Thursday. As always, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Don't worry, we'll still catch you on July 4th, the holiday, and get you some winners and do what we always do. And what is that? That is Cover the Spread.